Kundalini meditation when first thing is that it is different than what you have heard and might have done in America. I would say people are generally I would say scared of doing the Kundalini meditation. It is not so. This program of 60 minutes is all about making a conscious journey. Where? Inside. Why inside? Peace is inside you. You're asking me to relax, make you relax, but peace is already inside you. Happiness is there inside you. Am I saying this? No. The entire yoga and the tantra tradition that originated in India 6,000 years back, it declares that the peace, happiness are within you. But still we don't experience the peace and calmness in our life. And we do not become aware what prevents us not to be in peace and happiness with you. Meditation is that journey that helps you to become aware what prevents you from being in peace. Keep a smile on the face, okay? You told me you want to relax, right? Keep a smile on the face. Don't be so serious.
We'll try.
Oh, you will try smiling? Oh my goodness.
I'm already smiling, but I'll try harder.
That's good. So the more we become aware what prevents us to not to live in peace and happiness, we can instantly become aware and drop them. That is what happens. We collect the garbage and throw them outside. Not required. But we keep clinging to those things, thoughts, feelings, emotions. In our relationship, in different events, that keeps the stress to continue. So meditation is a journey, it awakens you. Can it happen in one session?
Maybe.
I like it, Chris. I like it. Yes, it may be. If you put 200% today, you need not to come again. You are done. You will remain in peace and happiness. But because we have lived our life when the mind is constantly moving outside, we don't know how to move this mind inside. How to release the energy from the unconsciousness. Why I made this statement? When you become angry, there is an energy and there is an intent that comes from the unconsciousness. They joins together and they give you the anger. But anger is unconscious. Can you become angry now? Can you plan to be angry? Tough. I like this. Always say to yourself, it is tough to be angry, it is tough to be stressful. That is what meditation gives you. Okay. It is, what about your anger? Do you become angry?
Oh, sure. I become impatient.
Impatient. Can you become angry now? No. Why not? If you know the secret why you can't become angry in here and now, you got the very first principle of all meditations. Because you are aware, you cannot become angry because you are aware. Anger and the stress and the suffering always comes when you are unconscious. Why you become unconscious? Because you have accumulated impressions in the past that is stored in your mind that comes from behind, makes you angry, makes you stressed. That is why another principle of yoga is that it says meditation aims at awakening. It awakens you to the higher consciousness that prevents you to fall into unconscious and the subconsciousness. I'll be talking just for another 2 minutes and then we'll do the practice. Now coming to, it's very important that if we do not understand these principles, we will always like to understand and reason on the basis of the Western psychology. And that brings a lot of confusion about meditation. Now coming to this Kundalini meditation. What is this Kundalini? Have you heard of it? No. Oh, good. And what about you, Kim?
I've heard of it, but I've never practiced it.
You heard. Don't get scared. Kundalini is a Sanskrit word, and it is made up of the Sanskrit word means kunda, a pit, a bowl, reversed. So the skull is reversed. We have an infinite potential inside the brain. Einstein used only 3% or 7% of the brain. Even if we start using 3% of the potential of the brain, we'll always live in peace, harmony, happiness, creativity. So,
I thought you had the secret of using more than 10%.
yes, you are using more than 10%?
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I have to be your student now. I like it. Generally, it is said the scientists and the scientific community, they talk about they hardly use 3% of the brain potential. We have billions and trillions of neurons. And if that network is established, we remain aware, creative, innovative, and that happens in meditation. So what we are doing in Kundalini meditation, the first 3 steps related to intense breathing, just for a minute. So don't worry about it, continue doing it. You may feel the lightness in the head, Kim, but don't worry. You're in safe hands. Yes. And with a smile on the face. Second, after that, the 6 steps of this Kundalini meditation involves retention of the breath only for 30 seconds. Any person can retain the breath for 30 seconds. That's not a big deal. Right, Ron?
Mm-hmm.
So it may be 11% today.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? And then it adds up. I'll be adding, combining with a mantra. A constant guidance will be given during this practice. It will take around almost 50 minutes. But don't worry about it. You can do it. Okay, you can do it. Anyone can do it. They have been doing it. So the best posture in the beginning for meditation is just to lie down and do the practice of meditation. Don't worry that there is a misunderstanding that you cannot meditate while lying down. So why? Because when you lie down, you experience the relaxation, calmness in the body. So lie down and let us start with our Kundalini meditation today. And eyes are closed and be comfortable, my friends. Being comfortable. Make your neck joint comfortable. And your shoulder blades, your hip joints, your knees, your ankles, and the toes. You have a total freedom to keep your body in the most comfortable position. Eyes are closed gently. The first step, look deep inside the heart. Look deep inside the center of the chest or the heart. Put both your hands on the chest, on the ribs on each side. And then start breathing quick, long and the fast breathing into the chest. Through the nose only. Lips remain together. I like it. Good. Good. Continue. I appreciate everyone is doing good. Continue. 1 minute. Continue. You may experience some changes in the sensation inside the head. We want to move from 10 to 11% today itself. Continue. Do not stop in the middle. Your subconscious mind will say no, and you say yes. We are working together. We are equal participants in the practice. I'm a keen observer. I watch in order to help you go into a deeper state. Leave this, bring the hands down. Now stop this breathing, bring the hands down, eyes remain closed, no movement in the body at all. Look at the breath. How you look at the breath? You feel the breath is going in and out. 1. Second point, when the breath moves in and out, you feel the sensation inside the nose. 2. Third point, do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. You're not breathing. You're not making any effort. Fourth point, the moment the breath is going in, count in 1. The breath comes out 1. In the state of the stillness and sensation in the body and inside the head. Every step in the first 3 steps has an active phase, that means a different pattern of breathing to release the energy from the unconsciousness. The second is the passive stage where you simply count the breath without any change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. And the third is the state of mindfulness. But at present we are in the second stage. You're simply counting the breath. You know, your mind, subconscious mind, will move the body. It will create a false sense of eating, and if you hold on to it, you remain aware why we are doing this, in order to move the mind within. And now, doing nothing, remain as you are. When you are in a state of doing nothing, you awaken to the state of the body. You feel some sensation. You experience the stillness. You may have a faint idea or an experience as if the mind is looking inside. It is aware of the breath, moving naturally. It is the state of mindfulness. It's a brief session of meditation. So from the very first step, we consciously understand and experience the state. You're doing nothing, simply nothing. You know what happens when you do nothing? The mind stops moving outside, which is habitual, reflexive, mechanical, conditioned. We are breaking all of them. And now gently put both your hands on the belly, on each side of the belly button. Look deep inside the belly button and start breathing long and fast into the belly only. You inhale into the belly, belly goes up. You exhale, the belly goes down. Through the nose only. Long. Yes, yes. It takes a couple of seconds to move the mind there on the belly. You synchronize. Inhaling, belly goes up. Exhaling, belly drops down. 1 minute, my friends. Please continue. Consciously you are doing it. Inhale, long and the fast breath. Exhale. Where? Into the belly and out of the belly. Yes, continue. Please continue. Do not stop in the middle. Who stops in the middle? The mind says, no, I am tired. Don't listen to your mind. Just doing 1 minute of breathing, you feel tired? The mind doesn't want to follow something new. It wants to remain in the same conditioned case created. And stop it, bring the hands down. Now we move into the passive stage. Do nothing, no movement in the body, my friends. Look at the breath that is moving in and out. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. And when the breath goes in, count mentally in 1. When it comes out, count out 1. In 2, out 2. Go on counting the breath in the state of the stillness. When you consciously experience the state of the stillness in the body, you may begin feeling the sensation. They are the sensations of the energy being distributed equally in every cell, in turn induces the state of calmness and relaxation. But meditation is deeper than merely experiencing calmness and relaxation. Continue counting the breath. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. And remain in the state of stillness in the body. Now do nothing, stop the counting of the breath. You are in a state of doing nothing. That is natural, effortless, but the mind is looking outside and inside both. It is looking at the stillness and the sensation in the body. It is aware of the moving breath. It is also aware of something deep within. The journey to all meditation is moving within, living within, and awakening within. And now put your right hand on the belly, the left hand on the rib cage or the chest. Focus your mind or look deep inside the forehead. This time you have to inhale both into the belly and the chest. And you have to exhale the long and the hissing breath through the nostrils. Start breathing. First inhale into the belly, continue into the chest, exhale from the belly, from the chest. This is Kundalini meditation. We rely more on many breathing practices, the mantra, the yantra, and other things. Continue, long in the hissing breath. Long and hissing breath, please continue. Long and hissing breath, continue. And leave it. Bring the hands down. Join the tip of the thumb and the index finger together. First put your hands down on the floor facing up. And then join the tip of the thumb and the index finger. Bring the tip of the tongue inside the lower middle teeth. Lips remain together. Gently, eyes remain closed. And again move into the state of... No, put your hands down on the floor, near the thighs, run. Put your hands on the floor. The way you keep it in a normal way. Yes. Facing up, and the tip of the index finger joins the thumb gently of both the hands, but no pressure. And look at the breath. No change in the rate, in the rhythm of the breath. Go on counting the breath. Breath goes in 1, out 1, in 2. Go and count. But remember, do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. These are very specialized techniques. When you do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath, you start watching the mind. And the moment in counting the breath changes, it is done by the subconscious mind. Oh, you may miss it. And doing nothing, remain as you are in the state of doing nothing. You may awaken to the stillness and the sensation in the body. You are aware of the breath, feeling the sensation, and the mind may be looking within. A sense of calmness prevails. Now we move to the next 3 steps. Inhale deeply into the belly and the chest. Retain the breath. Hold the breath inside. Look deep inside the forehead. And mentally chant the mantra. Mentally, not loudly. Lips remain together. In your mind, while looking inside the forehead, you are chanting aim. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. Just looking at the breath, no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Continue to watch the breath. Slowly, it moves into its natural rhythm. But remember, you have to maintain the stillness in the body. You may be experiencing the body freezes down. You may experience the numbness in the body. You may experience something inside your head expands. These are the good signs. Inhale deeply again into the belly and the chest. Retain the breath inside, look inside the forehead and start hammering with the mantra. Mentally you are doing it. Some thought comes, superimpose over the thought. No thought comes, continues. Release the breath and allow the breath to be normal. Leave the breath and just continue to be aware of the breath. Moving in and out, No control. Only control when you retain the breath inside. Inhale deeply again into the belly and the chest. Hold the breath inside, look inside the forehead, and start hammering the mantra. Mentally you are doing it. The mantra, the Sanskrit syllable EIM. Release the breath and allow the breath to be normal. Just let the breath become normal, maintaining the stillness in the body. Kundalini meditation is highly technical. It needs a lot of steps to move the mind within and awaken the inner potential. Inhale deeply again into the belly and the chest. Hold the breath. Look deep inside the forehead and start hammering the mantra. Mentally you are doing it. You are joining two aim together. It is very quick and fast, deep inside your mind. And we are retaining the breath only for 30 seconds. You need not to worry about it. You're in safe hands. Release the breath. Allow the breath to be normal. Just watch the breath and how the first breath is little faster in release, and second breath slows down, third, fourth becomes normal. So you need not to control the regulation of the breath. Why? We want to drop into the state of passivity so that the mind can easily drop inside. Inhale deeply again into the belly and the chest and hold the breath. Look deep inside the forehead. Hammer it with the mantra. Very quick and fast in your mind. Your mind is working. The breath is still. The body is still. That makes the difference. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. Deep inside the forehead is the center of the wisdom, according to the tradition. And deep inside the center of the chest, or the heart of yoga is the seat of consciousness. It is not physical. So now the second mantra to release the negative emotions. We use the second mantra inside the rib cage. The mantra is Hreem. Inhale deeply into the chest only. Expand the rib cage. Hold the breath inside. Look inside the heart and hammer it with the mantra. Hreem, 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 Hreem. Mentally. Looking deep inside, being aware of inside the heart, releasing and release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. Just release the breath, continue to be aware of the breath to drop into the state of mindfulness. I'm making myself clear in every guidance that I'm giving you, my friends. Again, inhale deeply into the chest. Expand the chest completely. Hold the breath inside. Look inside the heart and hammer with the mantra. Hreem, 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 Hreem. It is quick. It is fast. It is loud in your mind. While retaining the breath, we don't do anything with the body and the breath. The mind works on the mind itself. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. Sometime when your mind is obstinate, it wants to keep its some past impression, then it becomes difficult for you to retain the breath even for 30 seconds. It is not that you are retaining it for a longer period, so don't worry about it. Inhale deeply again into the chest and hold the breath inside. Look inside the heart and start hammering. Hreem, 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 hreem. We are not doing anything with the body and the breath. We bypass the body and the breath. A key step in Kundalini meditation. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. Just look at the breath. So you keep your mind engaged on the looking at the moving breath without changing it. You are in a state of mindfulness. In every step, you have a moments of the state of meditation. Sometimes you are awakened to it and sometimes you are not. It comes by practice, regular practice. Inhale deeply again into the chest and hold the breath deep inside. Look inside the heart and start hammering. Hreem, 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 hreem. Mentally you are hammering very quick and fast with the sound mentally. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. Now we are moving to the third center. That is the center of the will and the action inside the belly button. So this time we will inhale into the belly only. Let the belly expand and become a balloon. Hold the breath. Look inside the belly button, and the mantra is Kleem, 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 Kleem. K-L-E-E-M. Kleem, 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 Kleem. That you do it quick and fast by passing the breath in the body. They are not doing anything. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. Very typical. But from the very first session, you experience the change. Inhale deeply into the belly, hold the breath, look deep inside the belly button, and the mantra is Kleem, 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 Kleem. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. Inhale deeply again into the belly. Hold the breath inside, look deep inside the belly button and start hammering the mantra. Kleem, 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 Kleem. Very typical, but if you do it regularly, it takes minimum 15 and 20 sessions to become perfect. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. I appreciate you all. You all are maintaining the stillness in the body. It is important. Then only you experience. Sometimes the body freezes down. It becomes heavy. You feel as if it is rising up. You may feel it is sinking down. You may feel the breath is expanding. It is meeting the outer space. Don't do anything. We don't do anything with the mind. We are working to awaken to a new experience. And now we have the last 3 steps. We pick up the 2 mantra, aim and claim. Aim, claim, 2 mantra. But this time we have not to hammer. We have to think mentally, moving the mind between the 2 centers. The first center inside the forehead, the second center inside the belly button, while holding the breath. So, inhale deeply both into the belly and the chest. Hold the breath inside. Move the mind from the center of the chest to the belly, center of the forehead to the belly button. Mentally singing, aim, going down, claim, from the belly button to the center of the chest. Aim, claim, aim, claim. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. You have a tremendous energy and you use it wisely. That is what we are doing now. We are asking the mind that whenever you have a tremendous energy, use it wisely, with the wisdom. That's why the aim and the claim, singing and moving the mind between the 2 centers. Inhale deeply into the belly and the chest and hold the breath. Sing here in your mind, aim, moving the mind from the forehead to the belly button. Singing, claim, moving the mind from the belly button to the forehead. Aim, claim. The mind is moving. Breath is still, body is still. That way the mind goes within. It works on the energy. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. Just let the breath remain normal. You all remember, I really appreciate you all are doing wonderful, maintaining the stillness in the body, and allow the body to bring an experience of either freezing, heaviness, lightness, sinking. You may have some vision in colors, be with it. We are conscious. Inhale deeply again into the belly and the chest. Hold the breath and start singing, moving the mind between the 2 centers. Aim, claim, aim, claim, aim, claim, aim, claim. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. Now we do the same practice, but the mantra is only aim down, aim up. You already know that knowledge is power, and that knowledge liberates us from the suffering. So instead of aim and claim, we do it aim, aim. Inhale deeply into the belly and the chest. Hold the breath deep inside. Start singing in your mind. Aim, going down. Aim, going up. Aim, going down from inside the forehead to the belly button. Aim, going up from the belly button to the forehead. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. We just release the breath and then we are watching the breath. We don't change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Inhale deeply both into the belly and the chest and hold the breath. Start singing in your mind, moving the mind between the two centers, and the chanting is aim, 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 aim. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. So you see that in between we have a total pause, a total stillness, in which we do nothing. We awaken to what is happening, a state of mindfulness. Inhale deeply again into the belly and the chest. Retain the breath inside, move the mind with the singing. Aim, 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 aim. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. You see, we have a moment of doing nothing, and that is the state of mindfulness. Once again, inhale deeply into the belly and the chest and hold the breath. Aim, 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 aim. Singing in your mind. Aim going down, aim going up. Bypassing the body and the breath, release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. You're mindful of the breath, no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Now the last step, the ninth step, in which you do not hold the breath, you're watching the breath is going in and the breath is coming out. When the breath is going in, mind moves from inside the forehead to the belly button. When the breath comes out, your mind moves from the belly button to inside the forehead. Inhale. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Mind moves with the breath, but the mind moves in between the 2 points. From inside the forehead to the belly button when the breath goes in, and gently drop, aim. When the breath comes out, drop, claim. When the mind moves from the belly button to the forehead, when the breath comes out. Now we sync the body, the breath, the mind, the mantra. Why? We awaken to a new consciousness that is of the nature of peace, happiness, love, wisdom. Continue. Aim, claim, mentally. Aim, no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. The mind follows the breath and moves from one center down to the belly button, saying aim, rises up, moves from the belly button to the forehead, clean. Aim, clean. Continue in that state of stillness and calmness in the body. Aim, clean. It's okay even if the sleep comes. That's a good sign in the beginning. Return again and just continue without any movement in the body. Continue with aim, clean. I'm doing nothing now. Remain as it is. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Remember, we are not in a hurry. We return slowly, the way I guide you, and then we will share our experiences openly in order to progress. Bring your mind first on the right hand. You feel the sensation, release the fingers. Bring your mind on the left hand. Release the fingers. Now lift both your palm hands, put it on your eyes. Cover your eyes with both your palms. Open the eyes inside. Now ask yourself, what happened? What is your experiences? What are the helpers and the barriers? Bring your hands down. You may sit up now. We will share our experiences. Where you were wrong, how are you? I can see the smile. How are you?
I'm okay. Just I'm not used to breathe through the nose, so that was for me a little bit.
But you feel relaxed.
Yeah.
And you had moments of deep sleep. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know.
Suddenly you snored and you. No, it's okay. In the beginning, couple of sessions, maybe 5 to 10 sessions, we experience that sleep. The mind leaves the outer world and then it drops deep down. So instead of maintaining the state of meditation, it drops into unconscious sleep. But it's okay. You feel calm, relaxed?
Mm-hmm.
Good. How are you, Chris?
I'm amazing.
Amazing?
I felt like I almost didn't have to breathe again.
Wonderful. You feel very light.
Yeah, I just felt like I could hold it a lot longer.
That's good.
And
That's really good.
I dreamt.
Dreamed? What you dreamed?
There were tigers just laying down beside me.
But you are totally calm.
Yes.
That's wonderful. It is not that they are hallucinations. They are symbolic. They are symbols. Because when the mind goes inside, it cannot communicate with the same language. The language becomes different. The language of the subconscious mind is mostly the images. When I say, have you seen Obama? And you say yes. You need not to think. Instantly.
You're trying to relax us now by telling us Obama?
No. I'm just giving an example,
That's not relaxing.
Oh my goodness. Okay, have you seen your honey? Come on. Don't worry. Leave him.
That sounds better.
That sound better? Ron loves his honey too much. That I got it. So have you seen honey? So instantly you don't think, you know what I'm talking about. So you know, it instantly there's a flash of an image. We are faintly aware and we say yes, even without thinking. So the more the mind goes inside, it changes its language of communication. The higher the consciousness, it need not to think. It doesn't think and still it knows. That's where we land up in meditation. So these, in between that, we have many symbols. So the tiger is there, ferocious, cannibal, but still I'm totally calm and relaxed. So I'm able to separate my fears with my state of calmness. That's a good sign. That's a good sign, Chris. How are you?
I'm good.
Good?
I had the weirdest experience, I have to say, and for a second it jolted me.
What was that?
I saw, it's kind of embarrassing.
No.
I saw a flash of my ex-husband, of his profile, like he was looking away from me.
Yeah.
And then I saw a doorway, and that's when I kind of jolted. I don't know why. And then next thing I know, it was a path, and it was really long, and he was gone, and I then fell asleep. It was great.
Yes. You're right. You know.
You let it go.
Yeah. Yes, that is one thing, but something that's a very.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that, but it was just very strange. Why now? Why?
No, it has nothing to do any harm to him, but you know what happens that we have many reactions. They are accumulated deep into the unconscious mind. So your mind went deeper into those impressions, and they manifested symbolically. So they are reflected, and you are free now from that ex-husband.
Not completely. He's still,
He is still.
I'm trying to, so.
What do you have to? You are already free. Then remain free. Remain free. Husbands are always crazy, What do you think?
No, I'm not from the other side.
No, I'm kidding.
I can only speak for one eye.
And even if he comes, meet the way you are meeting me. Hello, how are you? Fine?
That's what I'm working on.
So you have to. So that's what you're working. So it means there might be some reactions in the past that is buried in the unconscious level. It is coming up. It will help you release that. How are you, my friend Kim?
I'm good.
What is good? I'm good, you're good, experience is good.
Yeah, the experience was good. I felt myself getting really heavy, and at some point I didn't know if my fingers were touching.
That's a good.
I didn't bring myself there.
I felt the same thing.
I like it.
I had to.
That's a meditative, very deeper meditative experience. That is how we talk about you transcend the body. The body is still there. Everything is okay. But your consciousness sees that you are different. You are not the body.
What is the main reason of holding fingers? What is it?
In Kundalini and in Tantra tradition, we have, I would say, more than 52 tools or steps or different practices. They all are combined together to develop a meditation practice. So this is one tool. We say it a mudra. Mudra in Sanskrit is known as stamp, a seal. So why seal it is? That the moment you make this gesture, it holds your mind onto the wisdom. So there are different mudras, like this. This is the Namaste mudra. So this also means I am you and you are me. We are not different. So like this we have hundreds of mudras representing different internal consciousness. So in the very first step of Kundalini meditation, I aim at, my goal is to, when you awaken to the wisdom, you move into the higher consciousness. That is why you hold it. So everyone is happy. I'm also happy. Yes, I use these tools and techniques, but in a customized way. That for managing anxiety, depression, relationship problem, bipolar, schizophrenia, lot of mental illnesses. get referrals from psychiatrists. But yes, it has to be a personalized session. I'm giving you a group session. I continue with that session. I add some advanced steps every week. But when we do say, for example, the personal session, the person is suffering from anxiety or depression. So I customize the practices and I watch carefully. I understand and share the experiences where his or her mind is more involved that caused the depression. So then I customize these practices. And in customization, I have a freedom to use 52 different groups of practices. The steps. I introduce the step. Sometimes I find that a person in anxiety, generally it happens, they are fidgeting. They are constantly moving their body. It becomes difficult for them to hold on to the body. So then I use the different tools to help their mind to calm down and withdraw from the body. In cases of depression, sometimes they are too down, then I use the different breathing tools to put them up. Some are very up and then I put them down by the different tools and practices. And following these simple principles of Eastern psychology. So I have a lot of those clients. So with these remarks, be happy. You're always happy. I always saw you smiling, at least. So even if he comes, don't say anything. Look into his eyes and have a bigger smile.
That'll drive me insane.
Don't. And when you have a bigger smile and you are aware, so also look inside what's going on inside you. So you can, once you are aware of any negative thinking that is going on inside you, the moment you are aware of it, it will not take over you and you become free.
The question, how much is going to drive him crazy by being so relaxed? You say, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Yes, I have observed, and I have the same. I've been receiving the same comments from different people that I'm so relaxed that it becomes difficult for me to drive. No, go and sit inside the car. You become more aware and alert in driving. It is the other way around. The higher the level of relaxation, greater the level of alertness and attention. You see that? So we generally think in a Western psychological point of view that if you are relaxed then you fall into consciousness. No. In meditation, when you are relaxed, you rise in consciousness. Your level of awareness goes up. And you embrace everything. You are able to think everything what is outside and inside you. It is not a drunken state. You are intoxicated with peace. You are not intoxicated with the liquor. That is the difference. That's what I have been doing 33 years. So it's all extempore I've been. So with these remarks, thank you very much. I appreciate you joined me. You tolerated me for more than an hour.
As long as we didn't bother you so much with snoring.
Nobody tolerates Obama, So nobody tolerates any politician. Even in India, we say, "Oh, this is too much. Enough. Stop."